All right, so let's start with preparing this rig for export to Unreal Engine. And we're gonna use the export as GLTF function to preserve the scale of the armature. So it scales at exactly 1 in Unreal Engine as well, which is a big benefit over the FBX export where the armature is always scaled to 100 for some reason. Um, and as you see, the scaling here is also off. It's scaled down to 0.8. And if I just would apply the scale of the mesh, you see the rig doesn't preserve its proper condition. So I have some tools for that. And also, if we use export as GLTF, we have to ensure that all the geometry and meshes have a armature modifier, which it doesn't have yet because these objects are parented to bones, as it is quite beneficial for mechanical rigs. The way I have managed my rig here, I have a collection where all my geometry is stored. I have my rig here, and then I also have some empties which serve as sockets because I'm going to do things later in Unreal Engine where these sockets, for example, indicate where these missiles are fired off. And as this model has been imported from a game, there are vertex groups which we do not need yet, and in order to keep things tidy and clean, there's also a function to delete these vertex groups which we don't need yet. So we select all our geometry, right-click, select objects, delete vertex groups, and these vertex groups are gone for all the selected objects. The rig is still functioning because as I said, these objects are parented to bones, so we don't need vertex groups yet. The next thing for preparation is to name these sockets properly so they are recognized by the GLTF export and import tool in Unreal as sockets and are then assigned properly in Unreal Engine. So I'm gonna select all of my sockets here, name a socket, and what it does is basically just adds a prefix. And then I'm going to normalize the skeletal mech. And with normalize, I mean normalizing the scale. And I select my collection as it indicates here. Click normalize skeletal mesh. And then if we look at the scale, again, it's scaled to 1 and the rig is still intact. And the next thing I'm going to do is to skin this skeletal mesh, which is necessary in order to make this GLTF exporter work properly. For that, I have a function here, skin skeletal mesh collection. So I select my entire collection here, click on skin skeletal mesh collection, and then we have an armature modifier and also the necessary vertex groups automatically created for you. And again, let's check if this works. The rig is still intact. Everything works as expected. And just in case, I will save that exported or skinned file separately. I want to use the previous version for animation still. For export, we have this skeletal mesh collection export with this one, this option on, so it maintains proper scaling of the armature. I'll also use this export armature as root, so the armature object itself is then ignored. It will always import properly without errors about missing root bone and so on. So again, I'm going to select my entire collection for the export, and it will be exported to this export folder, which I can specify here. Demo export accept. And all of the exports here, cameras, animation, skeletal meshes, static meshes, will be exported to this folder. So it will stay consistent, and if I have to change anything, I can just simply click on re-import in Unreal Engine and get the latest version. Export skeletal mesh collection. And then we get our message that the GLTF binary file has been exported to this folder.